All right. Decided to make a video to spread some wisdom about balding and a piece of knowledge that's been lost in our culture. This may look funny, this hat that I'm wearing, but there's a real reason that I wear this hat to bed at night. This is a sleeping hat. And if you're like me and, you got a little bit of Friar Tucky balding going on up here and you're thinking to yourself, was it the food I've been eating? Is it not taking enough medicine? Is it not something like that? Well, if you suspect that it's not nutrient based, the reason you're getting a little Friar Tucky baldiness up top, and mind you, mine's almost gone completely, my Friar Tucky baldy spot. I had a small bald spot about the size of a $50, but it's like basically gone completely after doing nothing more than taking some hair gummies and wearing the sleep cap to bed. And by hair gummies, I mean like the Ollie kind you get over the counter at Walmart that have horsetail in them. It has nothing to do with the results I've experienced. The results are purely from the sleeping cap. So what is with the sleeping cap? So if you look in Amazon, they sell sleeping caps, but they have them in the costume novelty area. They have an actual weighted tassel on the end, and there's a real reason for this. This knowledge has been lost in our people, in our culture. But traditionally, men and people with lots of hair or hair issues where, you arch your spine when you're sleeping and you push the top of your head into your back or into your pillow, that causes wear on the top of your hair. But if you wear a loose sleeping hat, mine even has like this nice little strap here that lets it stay a little tighter on my noggin so it doesn't come off while I'm sleeping. But if you wear a sleeping hat, it's going to be loose when you rub the top of your head against your pillow, so it's not going to create friction and, pull your hair out and damage the top of your head. And the tassel on the bottom has a little, tassel and a little, fuzzball thing, and that's to weigh it down, to keep it weighted. And when you have that, it's going to keep it in the right position, and it's going to safeguard your hair. And I give one to my daughter too because, she's got like just huge amounts of hair, and it gets really tangly. So she wears the sleeping hat. It helps her not get her hair tangly at night. But no, this is a trick to prevent balding, is to buy yourself a sleeping cap and wear that sucker at night. And you will find that it'll help. It'll help a lot with hair loss related type of issues and stuff. And again, I have seen people in the store walking around and they got that Friar Tucky spot that's covered in small amounts of hair. And I'm looking at myself and I'm going, scientifically, that is a wear spot. That is a worn out spot. That is not a spot that just lost hair on that spot because that's where people like the bald. No, that is a spot that was worn down after night after night after night of, arching your spine, stretching like a good human, and pushing the top of your head into your pillow. So again, buy yourself a sleep hat. It may bring your hair back for sure. So end rant. Subscribe to David is Goliath TV. Got lots of wisdom and cool stuff on this channel. Peace.